Hello. How are you all doing this evening? This is Dr. Brenda Roach. You can call me Brenda. And I'm here tonight to talk about mindset. And again, I've talked about this several times before, that we can have all the skills that many people have, but if we don't have what it takes up here in our mind and we don't have the proper mindset, we're really going to shortcut ourselves in regards to the success that we can have. So if you're joining me, please let me know that you're on. As I go through, let me know if this is making sense. Hey, Dawn, glad you're joining me again tonight. And if it makes sense, give me some loves. Share this video when you're done. Let me know if it's making sense or not. And so again, we're going to be talking about mindset. And last week I talked about self-doubt. And to recap, the 5 traps of self-doubt is the first one is hesitation, and that's the one we're going to cover in real detail tonight. And the second one is hiding. So that really is that fear of rejection or failure and avoiding doing or saying things that you need to do because you're afraid of failure or fear of rejection. The third one is being hypercritical. So being hypercritical of yourself because you just don't feel good enough. You don't feel successful enough. And it could come from things from our past, and maybe we haven't had some successes. So again, the third one is being hypercritical. The fourth one is helplessness. It has real intense feelings. It, makes us feel overwhelmed, which then leads to procrastination. And so that helplessness really can stop us, and it can cause a lot of self-doubt. And then the fifth one is anxiety, and that comes from worrying. And, worrying about what people think about us, and our worry then turns to anxiety. Anxiety can turn to panic, and our anxiety and panic can really hijack our brain, which in effect basically causes us to not do very good problem solving or judgment because it basically shuts off our frontal lobe. So again, when we look at self-doubt, I'm going to be talking about this for the next 5 weeks, and tonight we're going to really be focusing on hesitation. So, hesitation comes from uncertainty, and if you are looking for certainty, you're going to get held back because there's not a lot of things that are certain in life, but that's where our hesitation really comes from. So when we talk about what can we do to overcome hesitation. So again, if you're just joining me, this is Dr. Brenda Roach. You can call me Brenda. And I'm talking tonight about what we can do about self-doubt with the first trap of hesitation. So again, if this is making sense to you, please let me know. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get really clear on what you're hesitating about. So you need to get a piece of paper and pencil and write it down. Are you hesitating about exercising or starting an exercise routine? Are you hesitating about getting out of bed in the morning? Are you hesitating about taking certain actions that you need to take for your business or your profession? Are you hesitating asking for help? Are you hesitating talking to people about your business or opportunity? So you need to grab a pen and you need to really write down where you're hesitating. Get really, really clear about what you're hesitating about. Because each of you are smart and you probably already know what you need to do. But unfortunately, we have this gap that this is where we want to be and this is where we're at. And we only have 5 seconds from the time we have to think about what we need to do to move this over to here and get where we want to be. If we don't act within that first 5 seconds, you're probably not going to do it. So it's the 5-second rule as well that's really important. Because what happens is after 5 seconds, that self-doubt kind of creeps in and it hijacks your brain and you start hesitating and you just don't get it done. So if you're not familiar with the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, I would really encourage you to YouTube it, get the book, purchase the book. It is extremely valuable. It will provide you a lot of information. So if you think about an alarm clock, your alarm clock goes off at 6 a.m. You have 5 seconds from the time that alarm clock goes off before you decide to get out of bed or you hit that snooze button. If you don't do it within the 5 seconds, you're most likely not going to get out of bed. You're most likely going to lay there longer and be late. Because what happens is that self-doubt, that hesitation, the procrastination start coming in, and suddenly you're not doing what you know you should be doing. So, I started doing this a while back, and so, I've gotten busier, and I'm working later hours, and so, when the my alarm clock went off in the morning, I would just say, oh, I can just maybe sleep just a little bit longer, not hit that button. And, because I would say, I've slept longer, I was up till 1, so I really don't need to get out of bed. But what happened is it didn't do me any good, because then I was just running late in the morning. So now I know when my alarm clock goes off, I need to just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed, Brenda. So again, using that 5-second rule, it actually forces you to take action if you use that. And it forces you to take the action without hesitating, which is really critical. Because you can change your life with this 5-second rule. It's really important. So again, if you don't know about the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, I would encourage you to pick up the book. It's brilliant, and it really can change your life. Hey, Sherry, I'm glad you're watching. So again, I'm talking about hesitation, which is the #1 trap of self-doubt. Again, if you're here and this is making sense, please let me know. If you catch this on a replay, please make sure you put replay and let me know where you're from so that I can do a shout out for you. If it makes sense, please give me some thumbs up and some loves as I'm going along. So again, the first thing you need to do is you need to get really, really clear about what it is that you're hesitating about. When you know you need to do something, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Because I want to tell you something. Our mind is made up to do 3 main things. The first thing is just to regulate your body and keep you alive. The second thing is when you're sleeping, half of your brain goes to sleep or shuts down basically, and it rests and repairs itself. The other half of our brain is basically storing our memories. So it's categorizing all the things that happen throughout the day and causing and storing our memories and creating our memories. But the third thing that our brain is set up to do, and we're all made this way from birth on, is to protect us. Is to protect us from feeling uncomfortable. It's protect us from things that we're fearful of or that cause us fear. So whenever you feel uncomfortable or fear, your brain automatically goes, don't do that, Brenda. So it's protecting you from that. And while that can be helpful, in the long run, again, we have 5 seconds to make that determination. So we have to step outside of our comfort zone. We have to step outside of where we're fearful because it starts creating those really bad habits if we don't. And that's where, again, our brain is made up to do that. So we have to retrain our brain, and using that 5-second rule can be extremely helpful in order to do that because it can automatically stop you from doing something that you're really knowing you need to do because you're uncomfortable about it. So if it makes you uncomfortable, your mind goes, oh, we don't want Brenda to feel uncomfortable. We need to protect Brenda. We need to make her feel safe. We need to make her feel warm and fuzzy and that everything is okay. So it basically shuts down that action so I don't take action. But what we can do instead of that is we can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it, Brenda, because we know what we need to do. And that 5 seconds, if we don't do it within that 5 seconds, that self-doubt keeps coming in because that really is the way our brain is made up to do. So what I'm trying to really get across here about hesitation is that our brain is designed to hesitate. So we need to understand our mind is trained to hesitate and we need to retrain our brain because otherwise it's going to stop you from doing the things you want to do. So if you want to break through that and stop hesitating and actually achieve the goals that you're wanting to do, you need to practice that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Because there are things you're doing that you know that you're not doing that you really know you want to be doing. And it might be a little scary. It might be not talking to somebody that you need to talk to or reaching out to somebody, asking for help, because it can cause us to feel really overwhelmed. So there's this real disconnect. And we have to kind of just look at that and move past that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up, Brenda. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just make that phone call, Brenda. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just reach out to that person, Brenda. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Brenda, just do it even though you don't want to. So do you think I like doing Facebook Live? Well, I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit, but not all the time. I don't always feel ready to do it. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Brenda, turn it on. Hit the live button. Hey, Alyssa, glad you joined me all the way from Glasgow. So again, if this is making sense to you, please let me know. If you catch this on a replay, let me know where you're from and your name so I can do a shout out to you as well. So what I'm talking about is self-doubt. And so talking about, again, the first thing that you need to do is to get really, really clear about what it is you're hesitating about, writing it down, brainstorming it, really getting a good understanding of what it is you're hesitating, why you're hesitating. That's the number one first thing to do, is to understand what you're hesitating about, because you have to do that in order to consciously then know what you need to do to work through it. So number one is to write it down. Think about all the things you're hesitating about, brainstorm, put them on down. And then the number two is putting into action the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, this is from Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. Look it up. If you really want to engineer that quantum leap between where you are now and where you want to be, you really need to put this 5-second rule into action. So go find someone that already maybe has the skills or the success level that you're wanting, and reach out to that person. Look at that person. Find out what are the tools, what are the skills, what is their mindset, what are the things that they're doing to get them to that success. Check out their Facebook Lives, check out their blogs, their websites. Generally, you'll pretty much find out what habits they have because they talk about it. But if you don't, reach out to them. Find out if they respond back to you. Ask them about what habits they have that have helped them be successful. And then really look at that and mirror that in what you're wanting to do. And then do that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And really start acting on whatever you're finding out their habits are, those positive habits. So if there's one recommendation, it's to get up, on time in the morning. If that's their recommendation, then when your snooze or your alarm clock goes off, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up, Brenda. You need to just listen to that instead of hitting that snooze button 3 or 4 times. Hopefully you know that quote, how you do anything is how you do everything. Because if you are a person who continues to hit that snooze button, you're probably hitting the snooze button on many other areas of your life. You're probably hitting that snooze button in your work. You're probably hitting that snooze button in your relationships. You're probably hitting that snooze button in many, many areas of your life, including taking care of yourself and your exercise. So you want to look at that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Because you have to get into that habit. It causes those habits if we start getting into those cycles where we just allow our brain, because again, our brain is developed and it's made to protect us from things that we feel uncomfortable about, to protect us from doing things that are fearful. So your brain is automatically going to stop you from doing these things unless you learn how to retrain your brain. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it is a great technique to do. So you have to have a really, really good understanding of that is what our brain is meant to do. So it's going to be an automatic thing. You have to fight against that and really work on overcoming that. So, in your business, when you know that you need to take action, do something on Facebook Live. The hesitation, or otherwise that hesitation is going to start creeping in. Do something. Take action, whatever it is. So again, listening to your brain, it's going to tell you to not do it because it's uncomfortable. It makes, might cause you some fear. And that's going to cross over again into all of our relationships, everywhere we're at. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it anyway. If you wait any longer than that 5 seconds, that self-doubt starts creeping in, and that causes those bad habits, and then you're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. So again, there's that gap that goes from here to here. This is where we want to be. This is where we're at. And so we only have 5 seconds to make it, because over here is where you want to go. You want to achieve these things. This is where your great relationships are. This is where your success is. And if we allow this over here, this is our thoughts and our feelings, and this is our brain telling us we can't do it because it's going to make us feel uncomfortable. We have to cross over that. We have to really retrain our brain in order to be able to do that. And it's not an easy thing to do, but if you keep practicing it, it comes along very easy in regards to doing that. So again, it's really important. You can change your life 5 seconds at a time. And that's a really important thing. You can change your life. You can change your thoughts, because a lot of people think that their feelings create their thoughts. We can't always control what we feel, but we can absolutely control our thoughts, because our thoughts are actually what drive our feelings. And so again, by using 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it, is a great tool. that we can do, because your life really is your choice, and you can train your brain in order to achieve the goals that you're really looking out to achieve. So again, to overcome hesitation, which is the number one trap in self-doubt, is to get out a piece of paper, write down very specifically what it is that you're hesitating about. Because if you don't know what you're hesitating about, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And then the second thing is to look at the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Because if you wait longer than 5 seconds, you're not going to do it. Self-doubt and hesitation are going to creep in there. So I really appreciate it. I hope this made sense to you tonight. If it did, please give me some comments down below. Let me know that it made sense to you. I really appreciate you tuning in this late hour. We're supposed to have a nice thunderstorm, hopefully. I love thunderstorms. So I'm looking forward to that. And next Tuesday at the same time, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, we'll go into the next self-doubt trap, which is hiding. It's hiding because you are fearful of rejection or fearful that you're not going to be able to do it. And so we'll be talking about that and what you can do to overcome that. I would love to hear how it works for you by writing down all of the things that you are hesitating about. So again, take out a piece of paper, write it down, get very specific, very clear about what it is that you have hesitation about. And then start practicing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. So as soon as you know you should be doing something that your brain is telling you not to do, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. And you'll start noticing that you'll be having a lot more accomplishments throughout your life. This Thursday at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be talking about another mind or health and wellness topic. And then this Sunday, I'll be coming back on at 8 p.m. Mountain Time and doing some more information about tips and tricks around social media, basically branding yourself. I apologize, this last Sunday I had some technical difficulties and I wasn't able to come on, but I will be on this Thursday and this Sunday. So thank you for joining me. Again, if this makes sense to you, please let me know. Give me some comments. Let me know that it's making sense. If you have people that you think this could be helpful to, feel free to share it as well. Thank you and have a great rest of the evening.